All right, what we have here is a 2009 Ford Fusion SE 2.3 liter 4-cylinder, and the issue I'm having is throwing some misfire codes, fuel injector. It's all bank 2. I suspect it might be a firing issue after finding out the valve cover gasket is definitely bad. But so it could be coil, but I also went ahead and bought an injector. Pulled the injectors. I'll go over the process of what it took to do that, but for those who want to know, that is the Motorcraft injector number. And the reason I went ahead and bought an injector is because it's not easy to get to that rail necessarily and to pull it loose. And for the price of the injector, I'd rather have a new injector to put in instead of doing the switch. Ideally, if you have the time, that is essentially the cost-effective method. If you're having issues, is to swap the coils, swap the injectors, and see if the problem follows. In this case, I would have swapped, say, the injector with bank 1, the coil with bank 3, see if the problem moved or stayed with this issue. If it stayed here, then it would essentially be maybe a plug issue or more likely a wiring issue. Now, the downside is these little clips are super dry rot. You can see that one is gone. So this was zip tied in place before. I thought originally that it was just a loose connector. After zip tying it, it still had intermittent issues. It seemed to start throwing the code and having issues after it warmed up and got hot. Usually when I see injectors go, they either hang open or they don't open at all. It kind of, I don't know, I kind of find it weird that it's an injector issue only when it gets warm, but maybe. I'm replacing it anyways. But it is throwing, I don't remember, p0202, 0302. One of them is an injector to like open loop or something like that, and the other one is a misfire. So since I pulled these coil packs and they were just soaked in oil, that's a dead giveaway that your valve cover gasket is gone. Well, just got back from the parts store. There's the Felpro part number right there for this motor. Also apparently fits some other Fords. There's a 4-piece. The valve cover comes off fairly easy. There's a couple of plugs you have to unhook. One being this little sensor here. All of these bolts around it are all captive, which is very nice. This valve cover is definitely grungy. I'll probably spray it with some brake clean before I throw it back on. But there's a gasket goes here, one big one that surrounds this. That's the plug, a sensor plug, and then another plug here. So 1, 2, 3 piece, and then the 4th piece that does the perimeter. There was a little bit of silicone like here and here, but it didn't look factory. I'm guessing you know, this thing's probably been leaking and someone else tried to fix it before me, and that was their fix. The car's definitely got some oil leaking issues. I don't know if you can see all that, but yeah, it's pretty grimy. And lighting's not the best, but yeah, it's been leaking for a while. So, this is my mom's car. She was having issues, like I said, with the misfires. So, to get the injectors, it's just pulling this little fuel rail. It's just this white clip. It's got a little clippy there and on the back. You just kind of lift up from the back and pop that loose. If you just ran the car recently, it might have some fuel pressure, so be cautious. Have you some rags nearby, soak up the fuel. Before even doing that, what I would make sure to do is, before you pull anything loose, is blow any debris and trash from this area if you can, with a compressed air. I don't have compressed air in here. Well, I do, but it's not the best, and I'm not gonna throw all the junk that was here in my garage, so I used a shop vac. And every time I pulled something loose, I'd go and shop vac the area until I got to, you know, down to this point where I pulled the injectors, and then after I pulled the injectors, I shop vac all this area because you don't want debris falling in, because this goes straight into your cylinders, just like your spark plug hole. So all the little plugs you have to unhook from this harness. There's some sensors here. There's obviously the injector plugs, the coil plugs. There's these little captive things. These just slide off the valve cover studs. There's that sensor on the valve cover. There's another one that goes to this that feeds through the valve cover. Just pull those and just reverse process to put it all back in. Now the injectors do have these little metal clips on them. These things just kind of pull out and they just lift out. The O-ring that's inside here is kind of, or on these at least, we're kind of stuck. So you gotta, you gotta kind of twist and wiggle to pull it loose. Make sure when you reinstall injector O-rings, you oil them a little bit. Just put a little bit of motor oil on them, this should be fine. If you actually have O-ring lube, that's probably better, depending on the O-ring material. I wanna say oil is the generic go-to for injector O-rings. I think they're nitrile or something like that, so they don't break down the oil. But I know some O-rings will break down, or some rubber products, bushings and stuff, will break down the oil products. So make sure you're careful of what you use. I did get spark plugs as well. If you're curious, that is the NGK Iridium part number. I'll be putting those new in again. Before I do any of that, I'll be soaking up all this oil that's inside of here. So yeah, it's a lot of oil to soak out. I'll be just using paper towel method. And then, like I said, oil the O-rings when you reinstall injectors. The injectors are just held in by the fuel rail, which is a bolt here, bolt here. It's these two right here. They are 10 mil. All the bolts to do this job are 8 mil and 10 mil. I want to say the coil packs are maybe 8 mil. And that is it. I know it's odd for the channel. I don't normally do like break fix stuff, or haven't in a while, but I haven't done a video in a while. And to be honest, I tried to find a video on doing this beforehand, and I found a whole bunch of 6-cylinder videos or different years, nothing of similar year. So I figured I'd make one. If y'all want to see more content like this, let me know. There are some changes coming to the channel. I'll touch base on that a little later. I've got a couple of projects in mind, and I'm not sure which path I want to take. I will probably work on my own Mustang project before I start this other venture I'm considering. I'll discuss that in another video though. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch y'all later.